Good morning.
Morning.
On behalf of the Santa Cruz County Board of Supervisors, I welcome you to our August 7th, 2019 meeting. And as usual, out of courtesy, we ask that you please place your phones on silent or vibrate. At this time, I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask the Honorable Alfredo Velasquez to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alfredo. Item B, adoption of the agenda. Madam Manager, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, members of the public. Under action item G13, we need to remove that item. And then just a friendly reminder, staff would request that you adopt action item G11 before G10, so that we accept the grant before we spend the grant award.
Perfect. I have it in my notes.
Perfect, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I will move that we adopt the agenda as revised with under action items G13 removed, and then that we act on item 11 prior to acting on item 10 as recommended by the county manager, and allow Chair to deviate as necessary.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Okay. Item C, call to the public. I believe, Madam Manager.
All right. Come on up. Good morning again, everyone.
Good morning.
Today it's my pleasure to introduce Frank Dillon. He started his position as Community Development Director this past Monday, so just a couple of days ago. He holds a Bachelor's of Science in Regional Development and a Master of Landscape Architect with an emphasis in urban design from the University of Arizona. So we won't hold that against you. Mr. Supervisor Reese and I.
That's a plus. Hey, Jennifer, it's 2-1, so I mean, you don't count as a vote.
Oh, we need to change that, Supervisor Reese. Frank most recently served as the Assistant City Manager, Planning and Development Director for the City of Nogales. In this role, Frank oversaw the divisions of the Public Works and Planning and Development departments. During his time with the city, Frank played a leadership role in several key projects, including the city strategic plan, design development ordinance, developmental standards code rewrite, and Karam and Techeo Park improvements. In addition, Frank has served in various supervisory and planning roles at the City of Tucson and Pima County. He is a member of the American Planning Association, Arizona Association for Economic Development, and the International City County Management Association. So it's with my pleasure to welcome Frank to the county and introduce him to everyone.
Frank, I want to welcome you to our team and wish you all the luck in the world and a long career in the county. Yes, gentlemen, any words?
Mr. Vice Chairman.
Just like to welcome you to the team, Frank. I'm really glad that you chose to be part of what we're doing here.
Yeah, all three of us look forward to working with you. I mean, there's a lot of issues, and I hope we get the opportunity to sit down one-on-one and kind of get a feel for what it is that we're kind of looking at the overall picture of our fabulous county. And I know economic development is one of our top priorities, so we look forward to sitting down and kind of picking your brain and see how we can, work off of some of the experiences that you have. But welcome. We look forward to having this. The term is a long career. You'll find that I think I will say very proudly that we've assembled a great team, and we try to work together 99.9% of the time. There's that 1/10 of the time that doesn't work, but otherwise we look forward to working and seeing where we go from here. So thank you.
Thank you all very much, sir. I look forward to working with you as well.
Thank you. Okay, wishing to come up on behalf of the public? Okay. We'll go ahead and move on to item D, current events. Vice Chairman.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. I had the opportunity to attend a Port Authority meeting, also a Tobacco Chamber Association meeting. We went through transition presidents, so we called the general meeting. Also been talking to a lot of constituents about the proposed tax rate and the budget. So I have a lot of time to do that. I also want to send my condolences to the family of James Buck Clark. He was 17 years our school superintendent for Unified Nogales Unified District. That was almost a record, especially for the short group that came after that. I hope that Mr. Plata has a chance to break that record. But beyond that, Buck spent another 20 years in our community, just really working for the community. He helped start the first food bank in our community. He helped raise money when Holy Cross Hospital was going to close because we didn't have emergency rooms. He helped raise money so we could get that ER open. He started a project with the Lions Club called Operation C that continues today, which is an amazing operation. It gives people who have no sight cataract surgeries what they have set inside in one eye. His favorite story was he was talking to an old rancher and he had his operation. He said, well, what's the first thing you're going to do when you go home? And the cowboy looked up at him and says, I'm going to get on my horse. That was a great thing for Buck because Buck loved horses and he loved animals. But he was just a really great asset for our community. And those are the kinds of people that come from outside that come here and make this place such a great place because they love it as much as a lot of people who live here. So that's what we.
Thank you. Thank you. Supervisor Reese.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Also, my condolences to the Clark family. I had the opportunity, and Buck was the person that got me involved in politics. And that's the first time I ever ran for an elected office, which was the school board. And, I have a lot of fond memories of Mr. Clark and his wife, Marcia. They were outstanding people. And, we have the James Clark Performing Arts there at the high school. He was very instrumental in passing those bond elections for building our high school. And so we would be forever grateful. I got the opportunity to read his obituary in the Republic this morning. That's how I found out. But for those of you that knew him, they're having services for him on Saturday, the 10th of August at 2 o'clock at St. Andrew's Episcopal Church here on Meadow Hill. So, it's a big loss to the Clark family, but he also did a lot of things that really helped, not just in Nogales, but wherever he was up on the Grand Canyon and some of the other places that he was principal tombstone. So, it's always hard to put into words the type of impact that Mr. Clark had in our community. So God rest his soul. I did have the opportunity to attend the first leg of the economic mobility group that I've been invited to participate at NACO. Just a lot of information. Too bad it's compressed to just a short time, but many of the things that we learned, the importance of the census coming up. They had like a little with the representatives from across the country there. If we're counted correctly, Arizona could pick up another congressional seat, which is positive for us. I think it's important that people participate and we're able to count everyone. I think when they took the citizenship question away, the Supreme Court said no. I think it's important that every person in this country gets counted. It's how we get our federal funds allocated to the states. A lot of interesting things in Portland. So you have county government, you have city government, and you have metro government. And so commissioners are elected through boroughs, And the interesting thing is that they have a taxing and bonding authority. So there's 3 taxing entities up in Oregon, and one of the biggest bonds that they passed was to help affordable housing. They passed a $625 million bond, so it's about an extra 21 cents per hundred on their tax rate to help. And then some of the areas where many of the people got displaced, they can apply through this program and try to get funding to have everybody's American dreams home, their own home. Like I said, just very interesting. Looking forward to the second part here in September, and then I will report back on what we learned from that. So that concludes my report, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Cruz. I have a few items to report. I too want to send out my condolences to the Clark family. I had the honor and privilege of playing basketball with his son, and he was my classmate, Thomas Clark, and Buck. You know, I think he said it all. That he's amazing for this community, and good to see. I attended back to school blitz with Jennifer and Bruce. It's a great event, and we really enjoyed it. I also attended the Ramon Rio border shootout tournament this weekend, and it's great. I'm glad they named it after the young man that passed in the freakish accident you could ever see, and an incredible young man too. Also, I had the privilege of meeting and listening to the Justice of the Peace, Robert Brutenell. Jennifer and I got to meet with our Superior Court Judge, Tom Fink, and he pretty much laid out his proposals for the state for this year, and that was a very fruitful conversation we had with him. And that's all I have to report. We'll go ahead and move on to the manager's report.
Thank you. I had the opportunity to meet with our newly hired communications specialist over the past 2 weeks. I introduced her at our quarterly elected official meeting to the elected officials and department heads. We had a CDBG meeting with our grantor. We also participated, Jesus and I, in a meeting with the city regarding the IOI and the IBWC meeting that's upcoming. As I mentioned, I want to thank the electeds for their support on the quarterly elected official meeting. I also met with our employee committee meeting over the past 2 weeks. As Supervisor Malera mentioned, attended the back to school blitz. And one of my favorite things I did was the welcome back celebration at District 35. That was actually a lot of fun, and I had never been to one before. So we met with our new representative for the Census 2020 and trying to make sure that we understand our participation, our role, and exchange ideas from what other counties and communities are doing so that we can do the best job that we can for our community. I worked on our expenditure limit report, and then I met the new Arizona State Parks Director, Bob Broshield. He came down to our park late last week. So that's what I did over the last couple of weeks.
Great. Mr. Chairman, Bruce, is the Border County Supervisors meeting on Friday?
Yes. The Border Counties Coalition meeting is going to be held this Friday at 12 noon at the Bowman Senior Residences.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Yes.
I apologize,
Go ahead. Step up to the microphone. What is it again? 30 seconds? Just kidding. Just kidding. Looks good deal.
3 seconds?
3
seconds in the audience.
Early for that stuff.
Just kidding.
I just, Mr. Chair and Supervisor Reese and Supervisor Bracker, members of the community and elected officials, department heads. This Friday we're hosting the Teacher of the Year event. It is the 12th year that we are hosting this. It has become one of the biggest events in Santa Cruz County. When we had it at the Rio Rico Resort, it hosted close to 400 people attended this. Unfortunately, the venue that we're hosting it at limits our attendance, so we got 250 people attending this event. 20 teachers from public, private, and charter schools will be honored that evening. We have some state and local elected officials attending, so we have a great community support for this event. So I just wanted to thank everyone who's been part of this, and hopefully you'll be in attendance. The theme is Alice in Wonderland.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Always a great event. Okay, we're moving on to item E, department reports and activities, finance, cash and investments, expenditures, and revenue reports. Mauricio, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. The cash and investment report, the general fund has an overall balance of $5,788,029 with an investment amount of $2,746,912. The road fund has an overall balance of $2,988,716 with an investment amount of $1,735,665. The flood control district fund has an overall balance of $2,441,039 with an investment amount of $1,436,728. The jail district has an overall balance of $208,370 with an investment amount of $2,128. Total for all funds overall balance $20,791,663 with an investment amount of $7,773,389. For an estimated end of the month balance of $3,273,858.
Any questions, gentlemen? Okay, thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to recess general and move into flood control.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 1, Director's Project Report. Morning, Don.
Morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. You should have a copy of the report there in your packet. There are no changes to it this morning.
Okay, any questions, gentlemen? Okay.
John, when's it gonna start raining?
More than it has. They're still forecasting that for the rest of the monsoon season it becomes steadily more active going into it. Because of a developing El Nino, that could mean that we have a wetter winter period from basically mid-late September through October. So hopefully that will help make up some of the deficit we're in right now for the lack of rain during the summer.
Any other questions, Bill? Hearing none, let's move on to item 2, monthly report from the city. Juan, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. So I'm here to make a brief report for Nogales, which is just to thank you for the cleaning of Western Avenue. I saw some of the local contractors working in the area, cleaning the channel. Also, the city did the same thing in Monte Carlo Basin. They went back and cleaned again the Monte Carlo Basin. There was a little bit of debris. Same thing with the tricky wash. Just regular cleaning as always, to be sure that the dredge tractors are not obstructed. And then also, I just want to let you know, we will have another visit from FEMA on September 18. The intent of the visit, the purpose of the visit is to go again to another CAT visit, which is a community assistance visit. What they do is they review all the floodplain use permits issues in the last 10 years, for example. And they randomly pick up some of the properties and check if everything was in order and permitted accordingly to the ordinance. If there is any violation or something like that, they put it in they ask us to correct that issue. So this is good because if we are lucky this time and we are able to demonstrate that all the selected floodplain use permits issued in that period, if we have clean in good shape everything, so we can be able to participate in the community rating system if we have a clean cut visit. So we are crossing our fingers to have wait for that visit, and hopefully we'll not have any issue. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Juan, I'm not sure if you're aware, EPA and NABANK are going to be having a grant training for grant rounds Thursday the 15th at 2 p.m.
Where is
The
the
Holiday Inn Express.
Is EPA?
EPA and NABANK.
Okay. And what is that?
It's going to be at 2 p.m. at the Holiday Inn Express, and they're going to be talking about how to work through their grant rounds.
Okay. I will.
Tomorrow, right?
No,
A week.
the 15th.
Yeah, I believe I have it in my calendar, but I will double check.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, item 3, monthly reports from the town of Patagonia.
I met with the town manager, Mr. Robinson, yesterday to discuss some issues and what we can do to help them out as he's transitioning into the new position and trying to get his feet wet with all the different regulations, especially the floodplain regulations, as the town has been moving forward into joining the community rating system program. And they're coming up for their first renewal, and all the paperwork he's going to have to be pulling together to get ready for that.
Mr. Chairman.
Questions?
John, any word yet on that submission from the state on our behalf for the EFRA?
I have been reaching out to the state to try to find out what happened with that. They're still waiting to hear back from FEMA on what happened. Again, when I looked at the documentation I was able to online, it was listed under a different grant than what we understood it was being applied for. So we're not sure how it got under that other grant program. And hopefully can still get them to reconsider that. But the state is telling me that there will be another round of those grants later on this year. So.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Okay, item 4. Anyone wishing to come up on public comment? Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I will move that we adjourn the flood control district reconvene regular session.
A second?
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Questions? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 1, discussion of possible action to authorize, for authorization to fill vacant full-time parent educator position.
Move to approve.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item 2, discussion of possible action to approve the South 32 Legal and Business Integrity Annual Compliance Certification for Community Partners USA Region for fiscal year 2019-2020.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion, questions? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item 3, discussion possible action to renew the copier lease with Action Imaging Group for 2 copy machines in the detention intake area. The amount of $255.20 per month for 60 months per copier.
I'll move to approve. Second.
A motion and a second.
I have a
Any-
comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd like the county manager and our attorney to figure out a way that we can get copier leases off of our agenda.
Okay.
I thought you liked them, Bruce. That's why they put them on there for you.
Okay. Thank you for that request. Any other questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Okay, item 4, discussion, possible action to approve the FY 2020 Victims' Rights Program Award Agreement, AG number 2020-053, in the amount of $7,020 with the Office of the Attorney General's Office.
And I'll second.
Okay, I have a
Any
motion and a
comments?
second. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Okay. Item 5, discussion possible action to approve the communications product agreement contract number ADSP 013-03688 with Motorola Solution, Inc. for the purchase of communications equipment in the amount of $56,658.49.
Move to approve. Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item 6, discussion possible action to approve intergovernmental agreement, contract amendment number DI 19-002207 with the Arizona Department of Economic Security in the amount of $1,332,613.
To approve. I'll second.
Motion second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item 7, discussion possible action to approve professional service agreement with Knowledge Capital Alliance for the update of all hazard and response plan in the amount of $19,855 from September 1st, 2019 through February 28th, 2020.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item 8, discussion possible action to approve VEEAM service agreement with Highland for cloud backup services in the amount of $11,971.08.
Move to approve. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Those an aye, right, Bruce?
Yes, then
Okay. Item 9, discussion possible action to approve the Southeastern Arizona Government's SEGO case management grant for FY 2020 in the amount of $35,000.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We'll skip 10 and go back to it. Item 11, discussion possible action to accept Federal Aviation Administration grant offer for Airport Improvement Program, AIP, number 3-040024-019-2019 in the amount of $1,232,000 and 344. I'm sorry, $1,232,344 for the amount of for the runway 3-21 and apron connector taxiways rehabilitation project, and authorize the chairman to sign all grant documents.
Move to approve. A second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Okay, item 10, to keep the sequence. Discussion, possible action to issue a notice of award for bid number B-0519-C052J Bannicky Construction, Inc. for the runway 3-21 and apron connector taxiway rehabilitation project. FAA grant number 3-04-0024019-2019 in the amount of $1,122,528 and authorize the chairman to sign the contract documents.
Move to approve. No second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Okay. Item 12, discussion possible action to allow solid waste department to go out for bid for the request of proposal bid number B-07-19-CO07 for recycling of recyclable material.
Move to approve. Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, item 13 was removed. Item 14, discussion possible action to approve open-end lease agreements with Enterprise Fleet Management for vehicle leases for the Sheriff's Department and authorize the Administrative Services Director to sign related documents.
Move to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Item 15, discussion possible action to approve Arizona Automobile Theft Authority, AATA Grant Award Agreement in the amount of $80,795 to fund a prosecutor position for the vertical prosecution of automobile theft cases.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Okay. Item 16, discussion possible action to approve FY 2020 Victim Rights Grant Agreement, AG number 2020-013 in the amount of $22,000.
Move to approve. Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item 17, discussion possible action to approve the rental purchase agreement with Election System and Software, ES&S for election-related equipment and services for 3-year effective August 1, 2019 through July 31st, 2022 in the amount of $206,070.56 and allow the chairman to execute said agreement.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions,
Are
discussion?
you sure you need this? You don't want to count this by hash marks?
No, I do need it.
Okay. Any other questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Okay, item 18, discussion possible action to approve bond for duplicate warrants A through C.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second. Any question, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Item 19, discussion possible action to approve applications for special event license. A, Santa Cruz Humane Society, 10-5-19, JUMAC. B, Boys and Girls Club of Santa Cruz County, 10-25-19,
Move
JUMAC.
to approve. Second.
Okay, a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Discussion, possible action to approve certification of removal and abatement of taxes and/or penalty. We have A through T.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item 21. I move to approve demands totaling $972,724.68, of which $429,303.50 is from the general fund. Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Item 22, monthly reports.
Mr. Chairman, everything is in order. We're just missing the June report for the constable.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and move that we accept all reports as recommended by our clerk.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Okay. Item 23, minutes dated 6/24/19 and 6/26/19.
Move to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries unanimously. I believe that's all the people in business.
Move to adjourn.
Second. A motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We're now adjourned. We have a 10:30 Truth and Taxation meeting. And go ahead and